What is up, everybody? Happy Sunday, Sunday, May 17th. Fishing report from Oak Orchard. Absolute stellar fishing. Fishing is still, it's just not slowing down. It's really not. And I tried to tell a couple guys that had called and asked me for some reports on, because they were going out for the first time this year. And I kind of dropped them bombs like, hey, look, you're not going to have to really search hard. And they're like, no, you got to be kidding. And then they called me by like 9 in the morning. They're like, look, I'm trying to get a lake trout. I can't even keep the kings off my lines. That's how chaotic it is right now. It is absolutely insane fishing. Um, Definitely still looking for those bigger class fish. But today was definitely a much better class of fish. I would say our average probably about 12 pounds. Biggest probably being 17, 18 that came up over the rail. Um, Smallest I would say probably about 10 pounds. But then the average fish that we seen was 12 pounds and above, which is much better than what we were seeing last week down in Wilson. Last week in Wilson, we were seeing a bunch of 8 pounders. Um, Quick little thing. We ended up taking over 30 fish today, guys. Honestly, I lost count. It's really insane out there. There's a bunch of people posting up crazy numbers about what they're catching throughout the day, so that's no shock. But one thing I do want to point out. If you guys are fishing the upper water columns, you're going to see marks up there. If you're throwing down a free sliding cheater, or you got something in that upper water column, maybe it's a diver, a high diver, or I would say like 25 feet and above. There's a lot of skips up there, guys. Be extra cautious with them. That's what they are. They're the skips. They're up there. They're smacking all over the free sliders. They're smacking on high divers. They're even hitting top waters. Just be really cautious with them, getting them off the hook and then getting them back into the water. But outside of that, man, we worked that 50 to 60 water column up until the sun got a little bit up. Then we slid out to about 100 to 130 feet. Just an awesome pick of fish. Just crazy pick of fish. Got a lot of video footage. Got a lot of new things that we were testing out and trying out. I got a couple things that are going to be coming out here shortly with that. But let me tell you what worked for us today. Let's start differently today. A 200 copper we slid out first thing in the morning. Like I said, we were working that 50 to 60. Took a couple hits on that one. That was pulling the Route 18 green frog. Not exactly sure what Johnny calls it. It's not the glow frog, but it's a frog pattern on a glow spoon. So definitely interesting. I almost want to call it like an MBK frog for a reason. I don't know why, but it's a frog pattern. If you guys stop in the shop, I'd be more than happy to show you. And I'll get clarification from John on what that spoon's actually called. That pulled a couple fish in for us. The MBK on a diver stinger, that pulled a bunch of fish in for us. The Carbon 14 pulled a bunch of fish in for us. The Chrome Bam pulled a bunch of fish in for us. That Chrome Bam being a spoon. Sorry, I don't know why I called it Chrome Bam. The Bam spoon, that pulled in a bunch of fish for us. And I know I'm missing one. Fat Nancy spoon, that pulled in a couple fish for us. And I believe we stuck at Electric Funeral a couple times. Those definitely pulled in some fish for us. And then the other side of this, we ran a Dragon Slayer with some artificial meat. That pulled in some fish for us. Yes, for the first time, we accidentally left the meat cooler at the house. And we were forced to have to use artificial meat strips, which proved deadly for us. Pulled a couple fish in off of that. As we slid out the 300 and the 400 copper, kind of dropped our gear down a little bit. Didn't really change on it much. Guys, we kind of consistently kept that same program. If it's working, it's working. Let's just keep using it. And we just picked fish. The 300 never fired today. It was actually really quiet, but the 400 definitely did. That fired twice. That was carrying that artificial meat with that Dragon Slayer combination. Flasher flies, Chrome Bam Aqua Fly, that was good again. That was on one of the deep divers, it was on a deep diver. And honestly, one of the things that actually really shocked me today was we were marking lots of fish down on the bottom. They were shooting up for a 8-inch spin doctor we had on there. It's the Glow Two-Face. That was deadly out in Wilson. Not one move on it. They would swim up for it, but they wouldn't take a swipe at it. So we ended up changing that one out and putting out I believe it was a white Dragon Slayer. I believe it was. I know it sounds crazy, but I believe that's what it was. Guys, right now the fishing absolutely stellar. If you're not out fishing, you're absolutely missing out on some of the craziest fishing I've seen yet. So definitely get out there, fish it. I'm getting reports all the way from Wilson, all the way down to the Port of Rochester. I haven't really talked to anybody in Webster and Oswego and Sodus and so on and so on. But from the Port of Rochester all the way down to Wilson, the fishing on the South Shore is absolutely on fire. Get out there, guys. Go fishing. It is insane. The fish are all over the place, and if you've never experienced a spring king, you're absolutely missing out. It is crazy. We had a guy out on the boat today, and I told the guy that reeling in a spring king is like reeling in somebody on drugs. That was a very similar reference, and he's like, "What do you mean?" And then afterwards, he's like, "Yep, you're right. That fish was definitely on amphetamines." So it was really funny. But guys, the fishing's insane. Get out there, go fishing. I will see you all later. Take care.